You see that device up there? That's called the sun, and it charges your G-Shock watch if your G-Shock watch is equipped with tough solar. This watch has solar charging, but it is not tough solar. It's called solar assist. This is the GPR H1000, and this has solar assist. This is the GBD H2000. Okay, and when I first got this Rangeman, it was in January. It was in the wintertime, and I was like, "Oh, guys, I think that this solar charging is a little bit better," because Casio was saying that this G-Shock would have a little bit better solar charging. I don't know where I read that, but I got that impression. And a lot of you guys were saying, "Nah, there's no way it's true," because some of you guys also own both of these watches. Well, that was the winter time that I made that claim, and now it is the summertime, and I believe that even stronger now. I've not done a really quantitative test of how much sun or how much charge the sun can give each watch, but just based on my experience, it just seems like the GPR H1000 was getting a lot more life from going from high down to where it is now, which is 2 bars. And I have it in power saving mode now. And I'll tell you why. Because I went on a side quest for this GA 2100 BCE. Okay, the side quest meaning that my main quest is to find the best beater watch. I already did. It's the GW 9500. But I wanted to check out the 2100 series of watches, and then was it 3 or 4 days ago or 2 days ago? It was very recently that I unboxed this. I guess it was 2 days ago. This set does not have solar charging. But then I realized, that's kind of dumb, because look at this Rangeman, okay? Look at this. I'm going to go to the almanac, okay? Oh, I went right by it. All right. Out here at this, what are we, like 35 degrees north? I cannot remember the GPS coordinates. I could look it up. Give me a minute. But we're here in Odessa, Texas, right? The sun rises at 6:42 a.m. and the sun sets at 9:02 p.m. That is a lot of sunlight. And as I showed you, there's not a whole ton of clouds, right? So, what was it? A few weeks ago was the solstice, right? I missed it. It's like, have you guys ever read The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald? And the chick in it says that, every year she wants to, observe the longest day of the year, which is, what is it, June 22nd, June 23rd, whatever it is. And she always forgets it. It goes by. She's like, oh, I missed it. Well, the same thing happened to me this year, because I did have in mind to get the Rangeman out and on the longest day of daylight in the year, but I forgot. It didn't occur to me on that day. Okay, last year I did remember, and I was wearing this GBD H2000, and last year, at this time, I put it in power saving mode. Okay, so I went into the settings, long press, let me get into the settings. You long press Rev, and it reveals settings. So you go to settings, you go to general settings, and you go up here to power saving. And okay, so it's in power saving mode, meaning all it's doing is telling time. Okay. Now, previous to doing that, I let the battery get all the way down to low. So it was like as low as the battery could go. I put it in power saving mode, and at this time last year, I tested to see how much power the sun could give it, and it only gave it 1 bar. It never got it up to 2 bars. Okay, that was just my experiment. Now, I just got this watch back from the warranty repair a couple weeks ago. And at some point I charged it all the way up. I can't remember when I did that or if it came back from the factory, but the past couple weeks, I've had everything on. I've been doing some workouts. I did a few walks that had the GPS on, and it's down to 2 bars now. Okay, so just based on that one sample, it seems like the sun is giving this watch more charge. Okay, and so that's good. That's good to know. And when I first got both of these watches, a lot of commenters were asking about the battery life. That was the most common question asked, because if you came from an Apple Watch, you thought the battery life was great if I told you that it could last more than 1 day. But if you came from a G-Shock Tough Solar, you weren't happy about the fact that you'd have to charge it every day. So I would just report dry facts about the battery life, and a lot of people determined for themselves if or not, they were happy with that, okay? And so when I got the Rangeman, the GPR H1000, everybody wanted to know a comparison. And based on my initial tests of the battery life, the Rangeman wasn't that much better, okay? In terms of how long the battery lasts. But now that I have a lot of sun on it, it seems like the solar charging gives it more. And to say how much more, I would need to do a lot of testing. And the past couple days, this has been in the G-Shock bag in power saving mode because I've been doing the side quest with the GA 2100 BCE. Okay, so I might press pause on the side quest and put this one back in the G-Shock bag to get this Rangeman back on the wrist and do a little bit more testing for the solar charging. Okay. And having the 2100 on the wrist, and this has this Cordura band, like, it's great having this nice thin watch. And I do miss the Rangeman, okay? And I did miss wearing it. And it's kind of a weird psychological thing, but when you have a G-Shock that has the solar charging, it's kind of like you want to pull your sleeves up, and when you're walking around in the sun, like, I kind of have it in the back of my mind, like, yeah, I'm charging my watch, okay? Maybe, I don't know what that says about me, whether, it says that I'm a nerd or whatever, but I had my sleeves up, and I was like, oh, I got to get the sunlight on this one. And then I had to remind myself, no, pull your sleeve down, don't get sunburned. This watch does not have solar charging, okay? I do have a 2100 series watch with solar charging, the GAB 2100 CT-5A. And that's the watch that we all got onto the G-Shock bestseller list, number 14 and rising, right? That one does have solar, and I checked its battery level, and it was on high. Most of my watches are on high. The Mudman's still on high. The King is dead. So I'm thinking maybe I should wear the King tomorrow just to get it alive again. And the PRW 3500 is dead. They just need to be charged up. All right. And so that's the thing. This is like so much sunlight out now. I feel like stocking up on sunlight while we're in like a whole glut of sunlight. And the other thing too is that, like, look at the clouds. Like, see how they're like fluffy white cotton clouds? Except for over there, that might be an anvil cloud. That might be a storm brewing. But this is how I think of clouds in this area. And I'm the type of guy who stares off into the clouds, so I'm like a cloud observer. At one point, I was thinking of making an Instagram channel just about cloud photography, because I bought a camera, the Canon T5, whatever it is, the Rebel T5. And most of my pictures were of clouds and sunsets and stuff. But this type of cloud, this is not normal. This wispy cloud, and it only started happening recently when aircraft would fly by and leave clouds like this. This is not normal. I'm 44. I've spent 44 years staring off into space, usually in the sky. This type of stuff's not normal. This is somewhat normal for this area, and I'm talking about for West Texas, right? But the point is that there is a lot of sunlight, unless there's a lot of this weird cloud. There's a lot of sunlight, and it's really good to stock up on this giant battery charger in the sky. Anyways, gentlemen, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. I'm Jim Kincaid. Thanks for watching.